How's it going, guys? AnxiousCynic back again with a long overdue. No, that's not the words I want to use. Here with another video of some sort. It's a little bit different. So I wanted to address something that has been on my mind lately and kind of encompasses a few other things and stuff. And something happened recently, and I would like to say the word "and" more. So something's been on my mind recently, and I decided maybe it was worth making a video about. To give you a little bit of history about my channel. I don't know how many of you guys have been around very long or watched any of my old videos where I've talked about this, but I started this channel as a way of helping myself deal with issues of anxiety, if that was grammatically correct at all. And, I wanted to do something that would help keep me productive, that would push me to push my boundaries, something to be held responsible for and whatnot, which was things due to my anxiety. Couldn't do normal things in life that would do that. So I had to do it on my own, and this YouTube channel was the big thing. And I also wanted to use it to help others. Oh my God, he said it, he's helping others. Everybody wants to help the world and things, it seems like. So I don't mean to say that in this trite form where people always think they're going to do the smallest thing and help the whole world by doing it, just by making videos of gaming and things. So I don't want it to come off as too self-important. I just wanted to use my experiences to help other people with similar experiences, right? So in a way, it was also trying to help keep myself positive. I don't know if any of you guys deal with anxiety or whatever, but it can be a pretty negative experience. And I wanted to have something positive, something to push myself and my life. And constantly, that's one of the things I've done with the channel, is constantly changing things and trying to progress and do things differently and push my boundaries whenever I started getting too comfortable. Anyway, that's all to say, that's kind of laying the foundation. But I wanted to address something not necessarily directly, but part of this was inspired by trolling. Now, if you do YouTube or anything, especially on the internet, but anything in life, you're going to get trolls, you're going to get haters or whatever. I don't really like those terms so much because I feel like anybody can do that, right? So to say that someone is a troll is almost saying they're a different species, they're a different type of person. But everybody has the ability to troll. I've done it myself, maybe not quite as maliciously as a lot of people like to do it, but I've always liked to poke fun at people and do things generally in good fun. I never really do things to hurt someone's feelings, but oftentimes it can be construed a little more sensitive than I intended it to, and I think that probably happens to a lot of people. But I do get it. I understand that it can be fun to troll. I understand that it can be fun to just be hateful, so to speak, not necessarily meaning you want to hate on someone, but just to be mean, just to be crude or something. And it can happen just any day. You might normally not be that way, and then you had a particularly bad day, or you might have a day where you just kind of feel humorous, you want to make jokes that are kind of crude and rude and mean, and you'll do that. And obviously what you do represents who you are, and your deeds are the direct evidence of who you are to other people. So you do have to be careful about it. I'm not saying go willy-nilly and just do whatever you want to do and expect people to understand. I'm just saying I understand why someone might want to troll, or why they think it's funny to troll or to post hate comments or whatever. Sometimes it may not even come from a sincere place. They just have fun doing it, and it gives them a laugh. So I'm not trying to demonize trolls. I get it. And even for me as a content creator, when people troll me or post hate comments, a lot of times I feel like I'm laughing with them. I think it's funny, some of the stuff that people come up with. Now, that's not to say I encourage trolling constantly. It's not something I look forward to per se. I'm just saying that you have to roll with the punches, okay? So no, I don't want you guys to start trolling constantly on the channel. Dear God, I just gave you guys all the stuff you need to troll the channel constantly. Point is, recently I got a comment. I'm not going to go into details. I don't want to be one of those guys that tries to I don't want to out somebody, but I also don't want to be the one who's I'm not going to tell you who it is or what happened. Just suffice to say, I don't want to be like that. But the reason I'm doing this is because it's not really about the troll or the comment in particular. It's just what inspired me to want to make this video. So I got a comment recently, and it's a young person all right? Because a lot of you guys are. I'm not trying to condemn young kids or anything, you know? It's fine. He came along one of my videos, or across one of my videos, and it wasn't what he was looking for, and he was very upset about that, or at least came off that way. So there was a little bit of an exchange and threats of dislikes and things like that. Anyway, the point is I wanted to bring this to light of what, you know, to you guys about like what I expect from my channel, what I try to do. And I wanted to use that as an example, like a starting point to say, be better, right? Like, I understand, just like I said, trolling every now and then can be fun and all this kind of stuff, but you know, the channel has evolved to a point where, you know, I'm trying to do these tutorials for you guys, like those of you who like my Minotaur tutorials and things, and I want it to be a somewhat positive place. Now, that doesn't mean I don't want it to be real, because the world is not always a positive place, all right? So I'm not trying to censor anything. I usually leave up comments that are hateful. It has to be like something in particular that I would delete a comment for, or by accident, which happened with this particular instance. I deleted one of the comments by trying to do something else, and I didn't mean to delete it. The point is, I want this place to generally be positive. I want you guys to hopefully care about each other enough to try and help each other. Like, if you come to my tutorials and you learn something from them, or if you post something and I learn something from you, then I would like that to kind of be the attitude. Like, I'm not trying to force this on you guys. I'm just saying it would be nice if we had a community here, and if that community was helpful to each other. So if you see someone post a comment asking questions, or whether it seems like a dumb question or whatever, like, everybody's got to start somewhere. All right. Now, it can be frustrating if, you know, I've made like so many videos on a topic and I get asked the question over and over, but you can't expect everyone to watch every video, so I try to direct them to where they need to go. But anyway, I'm just saying, if you see someone who needs help, if you see someone who's asking a question that may seem like a dumb question, and you know the answer, or you know better, then try maybe to be more helpful instead of condemning them and criticizing them for being dumb or asking a lame question, or whatever the case may be, however it is you feel. Try to, you know, suppress those feelings of negativity and be helpful, because I think it would be cool. Like, this is just me, not telling you guys how to be or nothing. My chair keeps squeaking. All I'm saying is, I just want to see if you guys want to contribute back to the community by being helpful. I do my best with the tutorials, and I try to answer all the comments and questions that I get about Minotaur and whatever else to help you guys, and I hope to expand on that in the near future with other things. So if you get something from this, if you benefit from this channel or from the videos that I make, I hope that that inspires you to give back to the community and try to help others who are coming here for answers to things, you know, like they're not sure how to do things or whatever. And if everyone kind of came together and learned things and shared information, I think it would be pretty cool. That's just this in particular, but I do kind of mean it in a more general sense as well. Like, if you can give back to someone, if you can take hate that other people give you or whatever and turn it into something more positive, you know, turn it into something like, instead of, you know, getting mad at that person and focusing all this negative energy towards them, realize that that's probably not what you want to be, and find a way to contribute the opposite to the world, you know? Because when someone comes to you and they give you, like, they dish out this hate or this negativity or whatever, and you're offended by that, or you're hurt by it in some way, affected by it, then chances are you don't want to be that person. So try to make sure that when you do things, you're not being that person. And if you can find a way to be the anti that person, find a way to be the opposite of that behavior and to contribute, then I think we can make the world, or at least maybe YouTube, or at least maybe this community, if you guys want to call it that, if we're a community here, then we can make it a better place. A place that's welcoming, and a place that's informative and helpful to other people, and a place that doesn't encourage the hatefulness and whatnot. And again, that is with the understanding that sometimes it's going to happen. I'm not saying to demonize people or to label someone as a troll when they're just a person who's wrongly influenced. You know, a lot of these kids apparently watch a lot of prank channels and these channels where people are doing all this crazy stuff and being mean to other people and whatnot. And unfortunately, they get the idea that that's reality and that those people in those videos are actually that way and they're doing those things. But really, they're just doing it for the videos. And they have to up the ante. They want it to be crazy and like bigger and weirder and harsher and everything. And these kids get this idea, and unfortunately it becomes an influence. And so they behave that way. They mimic that behavior. And I'm not saying that the people who make those kinds of videos or who influence kids in this way should be held responsible for their behavior and whatnot. They're just making videos for entertainment. But I do think they need to be mindful of the impact that it can have. In any case, that's pretty much it. You know, there's a lot going on in the world right now I would like to talk about. I'm not really sure how to give back more. But like I said, I made this channel to get back to my original point. I made this channel to help myself and to help others. And I wanted to branch out. There are a lot of people who do Let's Plays and stuff, and they go, they get comments of like, oh, you brightened my day, I was having a bad day, or your videos make me feel better, they're good entertainment, or whatever. And I get that. I'm not trying to belittle it, that they are giving back and improving the world and giving positivity to people. But for me personally, I don't know if that's enough to me. If I give back, I really want to put things out there that can help people and encourage you guys to do more and to be better. And like, that's coming from someone who's extremely limited in life with an anxiety issue, but in whatever way that you can give back, to be a better person in whatever way that you can be. It's what I want to do with this channel. I want to do the gaming videos and the entertaining stuff, assuming you guys consider this entertaining, and the tutorials and stuff, and help you guys out on technical things. But I also really wanted this channel to be something to help people who have, especially like I said, similar issues to myself. If you've got anxiety or things in your life are depressing, you're having issues with being depressed or down with life and things. Anyway, this has gone on long enough. Hopefully I can edit this video down. I don't want it to be too long, but that's it. Just the overall message, like I said, is be better. Be better than who you are today. Always strive to be better tomorrow. Be better than the person that you're offended by, whoever. If you see someone doing something, again, with the understanding that we're all humans, don't demonize people too much, especially if they don't deserve it. Sometimes maybe it's deserved. If you get anything from my videos, if you watch this thing and you're at this point, then congratulations. And if you take anything away from this, just maybe try to keep that in mind as general philosophy. If you see someone who does something that you feel is disapprovable or disapproving, that you disapprove of, for good reason, hopefully not biases or anything, just keep in mind, rather than condemning that person or rather than allowing that negativity that they impress onto you to then come out of you in other ways, find a way to take that negativity and put it out in a positive way and to encourage others to be better and to be an example of what better is. So overall, like I said, just be better. And that's it. I didn't script this video, so I apologize if it's a little rambly or whatever. But it was something I just had in my mind, and I thought I would bring it to the table and see what you guys thought. So I hope it wasn't too annoying or obnoxious or useless or something. Whatever those words would be that you would use to describe this video in a negative way. Anyway, that's it for me. I've rambled enough. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I hope it helped you in some way. Sorry for plastering this all over your screen. But that's it. I'll see you in the next video. That was a lame ending, I understand.